carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Now Carr throwing on second down, and he's got his target. It's Vernon Davis. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
There's a good push to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat-out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
Carr to throw on second down. And that one complete to Marshawn Lynch. A very solid gain of 27. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. On this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it. And
he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. And it appears they'll go for it here on fourth down. A big call on the game's opening drive. Carr to throw for it on fourth down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Mike Evans, 36 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he is not going to make it. They stop him up short, and this will remain a 6-0 ball game. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Deep drop. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Justin Durant. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. The man in motion is Inman. On second down, here's Carr. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Von Miller in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. And the O-line will have to do a better job protecting here on 3rd down after that sack. Shotgun now for Carr. Looking and finding Allen Hurns. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves them well short for 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, Have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet? And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. They do go for it. It's Carr. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They go with Lynch right side. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Carr going to throw. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And some real confusion here. They won't even get to the line. They'll try it again now after the 5-yard walk-off. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So they're able to get the 6, but they cannot get in on the 2-point conversion. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. He completes it to Jordy Nelson. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision. And receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
They come out here in the eye. Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
A second down run for Abdullah. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
And on third down, the Cowboys bringing an extra defensive back. Throwing his Carr on third down. And that's caught by Tammy. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
This will be caught at about the 5. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he's learned to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Oh, design run for their wideout. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal.
Now, that was a pretty unconventional play call there on 3rd and goal. You hate to take a chance of something going wrong and turning the ball over. And now it's looking like they're going to have to settle for 3.
Well, they're going to try this thing. They're at the 5, 4th and goal. They're going to go for it. We'll see. Run, probably pass to both in the arsenal. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. They'll go for it. It's Carr. That is caught at the 7-yard line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. And now Dallas gets set to take the field, and they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field, and to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
Difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it, because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them.
It's caught inside the 25. A big play there just before halftime. 58 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now, Carr again. That's caught at the 3. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position, because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their...
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. Field goal unit not out there. They want 6 before halftime. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Derek Carr in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Eluding the pressure right. And he is into the end zone. So they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
The final shot here before half for Carr. Looking deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you now to Orlando and our Tiburon studios, where Larry Ridley's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Larry, so both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. A gutsy call there. Yates at the locker room with a lead. Tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They were already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
Now Carr, and he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Justin Duran in to drop him behind the line, and that's a loss of a yard. Carr to throw on second down. Backing up. Under pressure, they got him again. Trent Murphy in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
Well, it's apparent that these guys are getting after it right from the opening kickoff. They roll right downfield and score on their first possession. And here on defense, back-to-back sacks. Someone is ready to play.
Now Carr. And he's got it to Hearns. And he eventually goes down, but not before reaching the 30-yard line. Well, they've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them. And that's another stop for the defense. Something we've seen all game long. They've been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
Play action. Now it's Carr. His throw caught right around the 6. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Dontrell Inman, 31 yards. And the Browns get a score closer. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. That is good, and that'll make it 20-7. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. first down. Carr surveying the field. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Chandler Jones in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Now Carr throwing on second down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time. And it's third down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they had the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Carr, he's going to rifle one deep left side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. And he's got Rome picked up, and now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. That's a tough spot as a quarterback, Charles. You want to get rid of it, but you see what can happen when you do try to get rid of it with pressure.
Yeah, and how about the pressure coming without them having to blitz? That's when you know things are clicking for your defense, and the end result, they end up gaining 6 points.
And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick six, and then the two-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
Throwing on first down is Carr. His throw incomplete. Dontrell Inman the intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Here's Abdullah. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Throwing his Carr on third down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Here's Bradley Pena now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And sneak attack. They're going to run for it. But he will not come anywhere close to the first down marker, and that gives us a turnover on downs. And out now come the Cowboys. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. On second down, here's Carr. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
He sets to fire deep. And this is taken in at the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here. They've got this big lead. They said, forget one. We want two. Instead, they got zero.
Unbelievable they didn't even attempt it from the 15-yard line. What are they thinking? I do know this. When you fake one in this situation with that type of a lead, especially from the 15-yard line, oh, boy. I tell you what, meeting them again somewhere down the line, they'll remember this. Yeah, they'll think that they were trying to clown them a little bit.
And now the Browns coming out on the field. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride to the offense this go-around. 10 yards still left on second down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up. And they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Carr going to throw. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Von Miller in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Here's Bradley Pena now. On presumably to punt, though he did complete a pass earlier. And they're going to try this again. It's another fake. He's got a man. It's his fullback. But he will not make the first down marker. And that'll be a turnover on downs. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie up to make the tackle.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Carr going to try and throw on third down. He's got Evans. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And he'll be down at the 6-yard line.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
They'll run again with Lynch. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
On the handoff, Lynch. Man, this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. And he'll try and throw here on the fake. This is intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Browns offense back out there ready to take over. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. That goes for a gain of 31. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys